Hi everyone, it's me, Say, but you can call me Say. Today's video is a message for anybody who is recovering from being with a narcissist. I unfortunately have a lot of experience in this department because my grandfather was a narcissist. My mother and father and my brother have narcissistic tendencies. My ex-husband was like a dictionary definition narcissist, and I'm an ex-Mormon. And being a member of the church is an abusive relationship in itself because the religion was founded by a narcissist. So of course, it's abusive. Duh. Anyways, it was a lot of work to recover and heal from all of the different traumatic experiences I have, but especially from dealing with my husband, who, like I said, was a textbook definition narcissist. And I want to share the knowledge that I've learned to others so that way they can heal as well, because I feel like I'm in a really good place in my life right now. Before, I was not, because I wasn't fully healed. I was still in my head. I was still, feeling sad and depressed and like, why did this happen to me? And now I'm out of that space and I'm no longer feeling like I'm a victim. I'm a victor, baby. You can be too. And that's what this video is about, to help you to start getting to a place where you can truly start to heal. So the first thing I want to do is tell you what the definition of a narcissist is. Okay, so the definition of a narcissist is someone who is extremely self-centered, has an exaggerated sense of self-importance, and is in need of constant admiration. The term can also refer to someone with narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, which is a mental health condition that involves a pervasive pattern of these behaviors. Now, these are characteristics of a narcissist. So, grandiosity, a sense of superiority in fantasy or behavior, such as exaggerating achievements or talents. Need for admiration, a constant need for attention and admiration from others. Lack of empathy, big time. An inability to understand and care about the feelings of others. Vulnerability, a sensitivity to criticism or defeat that can lead to the feelings of shame, degradation, or emptiness. Exploitation, a tendency to exploit others. Envy, a tendency to feel envy towards others or believe that others are envious of them. And arrogance, a tendency to be arrogant or haughty in behavior and attitude. Now, like I said, my ex-husband was a definition of all of this. That was him. And I know that there's somebody out there watching this that is dealing with somebody that they don't even realize is a narcissist, and you're hearing this for the first time and it's like dinging lights in your head like, oh my goodness, this person that I'm dealing with is a narcissist. Yes, this video is for you, okay? Now that we know the definition of a narcissist, I want to talk about why I think narcissists are narcissists. So after dealing with my ex-husband, I was in such a bad place because of everything he had put me through. I completely lost trust in myself. I didn't know myself anymore. And I thought, oh my goodness, did I do something to deserve this? Was this my fault? Like, no, it was not. So in my quest to figure out what was going on, I learned what a narcissist was, and I started reading all kinds of different articles. And a lot of the articles said that narcissists are like that because of childhood trauma that has to do with their parents. And looking at every single narcissist that's in my life or been in my life, there has been childhood trauma that has to do with their parents. So to me, that is the reason why they're like that. So I want to give you an example of what I mean. And I'm going to use an example from my own life. I'm going to talk about my grandfather who has passed away. So I don't feel like I'm like talking about his business or airing out his dirty laundry or anything. But my grandfather, who, like I said, was also a narcissist, had a mother who did not care for him at all. And I met his mom one time in my life. And I knew from that one time I met her, she was nobody I wanted to be around or wanted to be involved with, because she was so negative, so angry. She had nothing but nasty things to say about everybody around her, even her family, her own kids even. And when my grandfather's mom and dad split, my grandmother ended up marrying someone else. And when she married someone else, she was like, okay, well, I don't want you here anymore. I don't want you around, to my grandfather, and sent him off. A little 2-year-old, sent him off to his dad's dad. So his grandpa. And was not a mother to him. Did not raise him. Whenever she saw him, did not have kind words for him whatsoever. So that's pretty traumatic. Having a mother who doesn't care for you, who's mean to you, who has no kindness towards you, no motherly affection, very traumatic. So that's what I mean. And if you look at the narcissist that you were involved with, or the person that you're with now that you might think is a narcissist, did they go through childhood trauma with one of their parents? It's probably why. So why am I talking about what a narcissist is and why a narcissist is that way? Why is that important? Is it because we should feel bad for the narcissist because of the trauma they went through, so we should tolerate their behavior more, so we're more loving to them? Should we feel bad for them and think that we can help them and want to fix them? No! That is not the reason. That we need to understand what a narcissist is and why are they that way. You need to know that everything that is going on with them is so deeply rooted inside of them, it had nothing to do with you. Everything that they said, everything that they did to you, all of the tactics they used to break you down, all of the negative things that they told you about yourself, none of it was true. None of it had to do with you. And it was actually a reflection of how they felt about themselves inside. You were not the problem. Your actions did not warrant the way that they mistreated you and how they abused you. When I think about my ex-husband, literally, nothing I did was enough. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. No matter how hard I tried, no matter how much I tried to please him by doing what he asked or appeasing him, any little whim that he wanted, no matter what, it was never enough. Which brings me to the second reason why knowing what a narcissist is and knowing where it stems from is so important. You need to understand they are not going to change. So you need to get away and stay away. Get out as fast as you can. Because if you don't, you're just going to end up in this cycle, the same cycle, to the point where you're going to end up being so broken down, they're going to have sucked all the life out of you, sucked everything out of you, and then leave you there to go find another source. Now, yes, anybody can change, all right? But they have to want to change. That is the key. So there is one guy on social media who is a diagnosed narcissist, and he wanted to figure out why his life was the way it was, why he continuously went through the same cycles with people in his relationships. And he was willing to do self-reflection and work on himself after he was diagnosed with narcissist personality disorder. And now he's all over social media, spreading awareness, helping people understand what it is, helping people to understand the actions and the drive behind a narcissist and how they're thinking. It's very informative. But I think that he is an exception because he wanted to figure out what's going on. He wanted to change. So many narcissists, they don't think they're the problem. They think everything else and everything around them is the problem, and everything else is to blame for why their life is the way it is, or why they're treating you the way they're treating you, or why they feel the way they feel, or why they're not achieving this, or it's never them. It's never them. They can never look at themselves and be like, oh, well, maybe I'm the problem. Ha! Are you kidding me? So most narcissists, they're not going to change. So don't beat yourself up thinking, what could I have done? What could I have done different? What could I have done more? What if I did this? What if I did that? What if I acted this way? What if I acted that way? It doesn't matter how you acted, what you did. They are not going to change, and it was never going to be enough. Okay, so let's recap. A narcissist's issues run deep and were there long before you came in the picture. So you have nothing to do with why they mistreated you and why they said the things they said to you, why they tried to break you down, why they were abusive to you. You have nothing to do with that. And there's nothing that you could have done to change them. Learning these things really, really helped me in my healing journey, and really was the turning point for me, because it lifted such a weight off of my shoulder, because I was so stuck in my head trying to figure out what I did, what I needed to fix about myself, what went wrong because of something that I did. Like, it was a constant battle in my head. And knowing that had nothing to do with me. I didn't do anything. I gave everything that I could. And I was the best wife I could be. Like, literally, I would bend over backwards. But it had nothing to do with me. His trauma was his own. Now, it's sad to think that he must have felt horrible about himself inside because of everything that he put me through. Like, he put me through stuff I would not wish on anybody, okay? But knowing it had nothing to do with me has helped me move on. And has helped me kind of understand and forgive him, because now I know why he was doing that. I know why he was acting like that. And it makes me feel empathetic towards him a little bit, because it must feel awful to feel that way. But it's not an excuse to treat anybody like that, and you did not deserve it. So stop beating yourself up. Now it's time for you to start focusing on yourself, so that way you can get to know yourself again and trust yourself again. And as much as you miss the person you used to be before them, you will never be that person again. And guess what? You don't want to be that person again, because that person is the one that accepted that treatment and thought that that's all you were worth. And that's why it was accepted. So that person's not welcome back. Now you'll be able to move forward being better. You're going to get to know yourself more. You're going to get in tune with yourself. You're going to start loving yourself again. That's the most important part, is love. Because you are worthy of love. And we all deserve to heal. So if this information has helped you in any way, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you think this information might help somebody else, please share it with them, because there are so many people in this world that need to hear that it's not their fault and they're not to blame, so they can heal and move forward in their life. So, until next time, remember, you're worth it, you're worthy, and you're loved unconditionally. Bye. Mwah.